Hi again, ArtSparks Dancing World. Miss Erica here again to bring some more joyful pre-K lessons your way. So, of course, this can be for all ages. So, as always, if you tuned in before, we're going to start with our fabulous hello song given to us by the wonderful dance educators at Ballet Met in Columbus. So, put your hands behind your back and get out those wavers. Here we go. We sing hello, hello. It's time to dance and play. Hello, hello, let's have some fun today. We clap our hands and stomp our feet and shake, shake, shake. Around we go. Hello, hello, it's time to dance and play. Hello, hello, let's have some fun today. Drum roll, hooray! Good, try with me. Reach way up high as you can. And stretch way down low. Try to keep your knees stretched. Open wide to the side. And close really slow. Shake it to the front. And point it to the back. Bounce 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Roll around and clap. Great, my friends. So today I'm going to share one of my favorite books, and probably if you've been in our classes before, one of your favorites, Pete the Cat and his 4 Groovy Buttons. I actually just saw that you can write to Pete the Cat. Maybe we'll have to have our social media friends share that on our Facebook page, but you can write to him and he'll write back to you. So might be a fun thing to do during this time if you love Pete or if you enjoy this book. So there is a wonderful song in this book that I will sing with the helping of a recording of the fabulous Mr. Ron, who sent this to us so that we could use his wonderful music as we read this book. So I hope you'll count along and read with me. So Pete the Cat and his 4 Groovy Buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. Get 4 fingers. We say, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons does Pete have left? So he had 4 buttons. Take away 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. So get your 3 groovy button fingers out. You sing my buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? So 3 buttons, take away 1 is 2 buttons. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. Get your 2 buttons out. And sing my buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. Take away 1 is 1. Just 1 button. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. Get your 1 button out. And sing my button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Gosh, I wonder what's going to happen next. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. Take away 1 is 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button. Here it is, right there. He says, "It's all good." And he kept singing his song. So everybody, find your belly button while we sing it one more time. We sing my button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I love Pete. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. Now, just like Pete, we have 4 of something on our own bodies. 4 limbs. Let's count them. We have 1 arm and 2 arms and 1 leg and 2 legs. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4. So rise up and using all the limbs available to you, all 4 of them, go ahead and dance. What sorts of things you can do with 4 limbs? Yours doesn't have to look like mine. It can be your own dance. Now freeze. What happens if we were to take away 1 limb? 4 take away 1 is 1, 2, 3. Now see what kind of creative dances you can do using 3 limbs. It's very good to do some cowgirls and cowboys. And freeze. All right, 3 limbs take away 1 is 2. Just our legs if it's available to you. Go ahead and dance with just 2 limbs now. What sorts of things can you do with only 2 limbs? All right, 2 limbs take away 1 is only 1 limb. So let's see, what can you do with just 1? You can still maybe move fast and slow. Okay, biggest challenge. 1, take away 1 is 0 out of the 4 we were working with. But let's think, even if we didn't have the use of our arms or legs, what other things can you move at home? What other parts on your body can you move? Like your head? Or your shoulders? You might even be able to move your ribs and your stomach muscles a little bit and your back. Your neck. Your eyes. And your mouth, of course, making all sorts of faces. So just like Pete, it goes to show that even when you think maybe you have nothing to work with, there's always something there. Thank you for dancing with us today. Let's end with our wonderful goodbye. And thank you to Mr. Ron for providing us some music. Get out those wavers. Say with me, we say goodbye, goodbye. We all danced and played. Goodbye, goodbye. We had some fun today. We clapped our hands and stomped our feet and shake, shake, shake. Around we go. Goodbye, goodbye. We all danced and played. Goodbye, goodbye. We had some fun today. Drum roll. Hooray. Good. I'll say to you, thank you, dancers. You can say to me, thank you, teachers. We'll say, thank you, Mr. Ron. Thank you, Mr. Ron, for brightening the music. And thank you, Dancing World. And thank you, Dancing World. Say with me, and And goodbye. Thank you so much for dancing with us here at ArtSparks. We hope to see you in a little bit.